in by sending your tweets, pro or con. We're fine with a little sarcasm as long as it's funny. Keep it light, inbounds, and who knows, we
The disclosure.
might make you a star. You can hit us up right now at #UndisputedLive. First up, wow, they really got Rachel Nichols on Undisputed.
It's true. Who saw this coming?
Legendary with, I think, 5, is that 6 exclamation points?
Should get Doris Burke on there, too, at one point.
Yeah, legendary. I would agree with that. All right, next up we have, what is this? James Harden is a great regular season player. However, in the postseason, he disappears quicker than a dancing Bigfoot. I don't think I've ever seen a dancing Bigfoot before.
He hasn't had the best of postseasons, that's for sure.
He's been tired a lot.
That's the point, Skip.
When he disappears, he really...
I've never seen one before.
And last up, this is from Chuck. He'll love this. Giannis will be a better Laker and more beloved by the city of L.A. than LeBron ever will be.
Oh, here we go.
Yes or no,
That's not necessary. Well, how can I say this?
Is Giannis going to break the scoring record?
It's not necessarily true
in LA,
but it's kind of true because Giannis isn't replacing.
Wait, you have Giannis on the Lakers already? When did I miss this part of the discussion?
Yesterday.
I'm not the only person. Mark Stein
he is an LA
the
Laker.
one who reported it.
He said the Lakers or New York. I saw this segment yesterday. Don't think I'm a dedicated viewer.
Okay. Yeah, but I don't count New York. I don't. It's not. No, who wants to go play for the Knicks?
You have some old jerseys that should indicate
but
you should count New York.
As I said yesterday,
I mean, they're probably number 2.
Everybody wants to play for the Lakers. That's a superstar that has the ability to get to the Lakers. They all do.
He would be smarter to, I mean, this is not the discussion today, but he would be smarter to go to New York.
No, he wouldn't.
Yes, he would.
No,
of course he would. By the way,
The
talk
Mecca.
about a team, if you just take them to the playoffs.
Do you want to be in the Raptors with 18 banners, even though we got 17? I count 18 because I think we're going to get one this year. And then he comes here in 2025. You could be 19, 20, 21 banners in the Raptors. Why wouldn't he?
No, I want to go to New York, where if I win a title in New York, if he wins a title in New York, he will literally never pay for a meal all over the world again.
That is true. I think if he won in New York, it'd be much bigger than winning in LA.
In a way that in the Lakers, you are just another name in the Raptors.
There's no question about it.
Yeah.
You want to be.
And it's the Knicks. It's not like we're talking about,
See, I know this is on a segment, and I don't want to hijack
it. Is Giannis, though. He wouldn't be just any other name in the Raptors in LA.
By the way, I don't know what you like to bet, but I'll bet you whatever you like to bet. That the
I
Lakers
say
don't
what they
win
just
all.
said was true, and he won 3 championships
It's
in
like
LA.
you and the Cowboys, you know?
Okay,
It's like,
all right. Wishful thinking.
Yeah,
I got it.
thinking.
Speaking of the Lakers, Austin Reaves
I don't know
says
where I
all
put
of
him.
his success, on and off the court is, quote unquote, kind of well deserved because he's worked for it his whole life, never taken any shortcuts, always taken the harder path. He became a crucial member of the Lakers. He started all 16 playoff games last year and earned a new 4-year,
AR-15 is such a tough nickname, too.
$54 million deal. Now he's the 3rd leading scorer and the top 3-point shooter for Team USA. Keyshawn, being the Laker fan you are, coming from L.A., how important is Austin Reaves to your Lakers this season?
extremely important. That's why they gave him the money. They kept him, right? They didn't. They could have obviously somebody could have gave him higher. They probably still would have matched.
They would.
Yeah, exactly. So
You got a bargain.
I think when you look at where he was at for us last year, he kind of came onto the scene. LeBron James signed off on it and said, I can play with this guy.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he just continued to get better and better and better. And then you look at his postseason.
Yeah.
The regular season, he averaged 13 points, but he was very important to our success in the postseason on both ends of the floor. And a lot of people look at,
Yeah, he's a really good
he
defender.
Had some streaky shooting going on, but then once he got hot, the rest was history. And so I found myself rooting for him. I'm glad we re-signed him back. He's
a better
complimentary
Caruso.
shooter to LeBron James, and that's what LeBron's career. He's had shooters
Caruso
around.
might be a little bit better
So
defender.
snipers around, and he's been able to just do that and keep everything at bay. Now, you say, well,
Reaves is also a lot
will
younger,
they
so
catch
who
up
knows?
to him? Will the league catch up to him this year? Probably not, because he doesn't seem like he's going away. He doesn't seem like he's going away. Keeping this core group from a year ago together is only going to make the Lakers better. Had they started off last year with what they
I
finished,
agree. I'll buy
they
that.
might have been in a different situation. I mean, they went up against a juggernaut in Denver. But if
Yeah,
you,
nobody
if
could
you
beat
look
Denver.
at the team that they put together, Rachel, as you know, after the All-Star break, you said to yourself, well, they're not going to have enough time to get together. They essentially used the end of the season as the beginning of the season to put everything in place to roll through to the postseason. Had that started, when the season started in October, that same group who knows what the Lakers would have been? Who knows?
I mean, I think they would have
I
been.
can't believe
still
they
in
got to the
Conference Finals,
Western
which is pretty
Conference
damn
Finals.
Good, and I think they still would have lost. But that being
Maybe.
said, just because of Denver,
think
just
that
because
is
of
just
Denver.
absolutely
I mean, that
absurd.
team was so together, two-time
that's true.
MVP,
They were the
a secondary
13th
player
seed.
who could be a first player on another team. I mean, that being, it just speaks to how well they overachieved considering how they started that season. I think that they will have a lot of competition in the West again this year.
Yeah.
You know the gauntlet that they have to go down. But yes, starting with this
Phoenix
group,
got stronger.
a lot of teams look really good in the West, but starting
It's gonna
with
be
this
interesting to
group,
see how
they will
well Devin
absolutely
Booker
be
can
able
play
to
the
hold
point
their
guard
own. And
position.
Austin Reaves is a huge part of it.
'Cause there was that
and
stretch last
he will get
postseason
more
where he was
defensive
averaging,
attention
like,
this year, and there will be times where he sort of does
like
this.
7,
'cause
8
that's what
assists a
happens
game or
with
something
young
like that.
players.
Yep.
But the thing about him
Chris
is
Paul
he's
was
not
out.
just a shooter.
Yeah.
Right? He's a playmaker. He plays great defense. He gave Klay Thompson a lot of trouble in the playoffs
did.
last
He
season.
sure did.
So I think that even if some of his numbers go down for a month or two here or there, he is going to be okay. And look, you saw him at Oklahoma, I am sure.
Too much, actually. Here's the point about Austin Reaves. I've never seen anything like the Austin Reaves from college and what he turned into in pro basketball. It's like Brock Purdy for the 49ers, where I watched him a lot at Iowa State, and I saw none of this that I saw last year in San Francisco. Austin Reaves at Oklahoma, I watched a majority of his games because I am a Sooner fan. He shot 28% from the college three-point line, and I just said, enough, done.
Not an NBA guy.
Nobody's going to draft him, and nobody drafted him. And he comes out here, and I said, Austin Reaves is on the Lakers squad? And I'm thinking, G League. And no, he makes the team, and then he starts to play more and more. And all of a sudden, that first year, he shoots 32% from three, and last year, he shot 40% from three. It's Jalen Hurts-like, where all of a sudden, you transform yourself at the
40% is
highest level
crazy.
into a very accurate passer.
That's exactly what the doctor ordered for the
40% will
Lakers.
work because LeBron loves this kid because he knows how to play basketball. He almost always makes the correct play.
Yes.
And LeBron, who has the highest IQ still in all of basketball, feeds off that because he can trust it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Austin Reaves last year down the stretch through the playoffs started to be the closer of this team because when they needed a big bucket, he would go get it. He's running up down the court doing, I got ice in my veins. He's making late walk-off shots and say, I'm him. You're him.
I'm sure LeBron and AD are having dinner
This is a
parties watching
skinny
Team
white
USA so
kid
they
from
can scout
rural Arkansas, from Newark,
Austin Reaves and
Arkansas,
find better ways
who
to
went
use
to
him
Wichita
next
State
year.
first and transferred to. How did this happen? It's impossible. You know, and I know this.
Right situation, right timing, and look.
How tall
maybe
is he, too?
wasn't
He's a good,
great
like,
at
6'5",
Oklahoma, and
6'6".
You looked at it and you said, eh. But
Right.
when you go to certain situations,
And-
it just changes. That's just what it is.
Yeah, and this is not the Cinderella story quite as it's been laid out. Look, he was one of the highest scoring players in the country in high school. Went to Wichita State. They tried to change his game.
did, and it
That
didn't
was a
work.
problem. That's why he transferred to Oklahoma.
Yep.
Didn't quite get back on track. And he wasn't drafted because he didn't want to be drafted. His agent told teams he was projected as a high second-round pick. And his agent told teams, if you don't want to guarantee a deal, don't draft him because we'd rather try our luck with a team like the Lakers.
I like everything about him except the makeup of the uniform.
That's pretty crazy.
Well, you know, I'm not
I
going
need him to put some sleeve. Give him like an early Allen Iverson kid or something. Give him some
It's not a
tats.
good look.
I know,
Yeah,
I know you know this, but I want to test Keyshawn. Do you know what his nickname was at Oklahoma?
No.
Hillbilly Kobe.
Yeah, see, I can't have that.
No.
I need him to get some tats on his body, man. He just...
Hillbilly
Let's just sum
Kobe.
this up. They've got Denver on the ropes 4 times for 4 straight games. Going
That
to
just
the
sounds
4th,
wrong.
it's a game. It is winnable. This team had a hard time closing all year. Sometimes it was LeBron's fault. Sometimes it was AD's fault. Sometimes it was Schroeder's fault. They didn't have somebody that they could say, we're coming to you to end this right here, right now. And all of a sudden, Austin Reaves in the 4 fourth quarters against Denver makes 8 of 10 shots. Didn't shoot enough. That's not enough shots for 4 games. But he made 7 of 8 threes just in those 4 fourth quarters. LeBron was off in those 4th quarters. I talked to Rachel about this before. Maybe he just ran out again. Maybe he hit the wall.
Yeah.
You can tell he was tired.
He shoots 7 of 23 for the 4 fourth quarters combined, and he was 1 of 10 from 3. Well, obviously, that won't work because you need somebody to close a deal against a very good team on its way to winning the championship. But if you close a couple of those deals, maybe we're having a different conversation.
Don't worry about it.
Okay?
We'll have a different
All right.
conversation.
But what I'm saying is, when we went to break and we were talking about, is he more valuable than LeBron? I think he is a valuable closer for this team because this kid's fearless. You want to talk about
thank God he
guts?
didn't say what I thought he was going to say.
They need to go to him a little more down the stretch of games because he produces.
And look, they had all offseason.
I agree with that. He does
Yeah,
produce.
if it works, but he's not more valuable than LeBron.
Well, obviously not.
Okay.
But
Obviously.
late
Yeah,
in the
okay.
game, I
Okay,
think he's
we're
more
good.
valuable than you are giving him credit
No,
for.
I didn't say he wasn't
Yeah.
valuable.
Yeah.
All right.
I said not more valuable
everybody's
than
right here.
LeBron, Skip.
All right, up next, we're going to talk about
Everybody's
NFL
good
running
here.
backs, what's happening to them, and what's going on with Jonathan Taylor in Indianapolis.